It's all very well giving your dog a few drops of CBD oil or the odd edible, but if you're not giving them the right dose, then you could be missing out on the true impact and benefit that your dog could have. So the general recommendation is 0.1 to 2 milligrams per kilogram of dog. So you're going to have to know your dog's weight, and you're going to probably have to get your calculator out to work out that right dose. Studies at Cornell University have shown that doses as high as 8 milligrams per kilogram, so significantly higher, are very well tolerated and are completely safe. But what most people do is choose to start at 0.5 milligram per kilogram and then see what effect this has on their dog and tinker with the dose that they're giving as a result. But really, the best dose of CBD oil to give your dog varies hugely depending on a number of things. So it depends on what you're trying to treat your dog for. Is it pain, anxiety, cancer, seizures? That makes a really big difference. What's the personality of your dog? What other cannabinoids are in that CBD oil that you're giving? And then how much you're going to give of the physical product depends on the concentration of that product. So for small dogs, you want to use a low concentration product to allow you to dose it really effectively. For bigger dogs, you want to be using a more concentrated product so that you're not giving liters and liters of the stuff. But I spoke to Dr Casara Andre, who is a veterinarian leading the way in the CBD and cannabis treatment of our dogs. And in order to get the most out of these products, this is what she wants every pet parent to know.
The thing that I think I would love to tell every colleague of mine out there and every pet parent out there is there's no recipe. There's no one size that fits all for cannabis because of what we talked about a few minutes ago. The endocannabinoid system changes from minute to minute. If you have two identical animals, and in our research studies, we have identical mice that have been bred exactly the same and they've lived in the same environment, you can have completely different endocannabinoid systems between the two. If you and I are walking along and we both have healthy endocannabinoid systems and I trip and fall, within a couple of minutes, some of the receptors in my ECS are going to upregulate and sort of say, hey, there's inflammation here, I need help. The endocannabinoid system is this amazing interaction point between mammals and their environment. And so when we try to make a protocol that is very recipe, there's going to be 20 milligrams of CBD, there's going to be 20 milligrams of THC in this bottle, and then we're going to give it once a day. It just doesn't work like we think it will, because that's a very pharmaceutically based mindset. Cannabis needs to be very flexible, very adaptable to whatever's going on in the patient's life at the moment. One of my favorite places to get pet parents to is for them to actually be comfortable using multiple products so that they can change it based on how the animal's feeling, maybe PM versus AM, and different molecules that need to be in the mix. So I would say that is my top thing that I would say, myth that needs to be dispelled, is there's no recipe. Yeah. And it has to be a very, very individualized medicine for it to work well.
Yeah. So give 2 drops twice a day is not a, yeah. Or if you're doing that,
it'll
then we're
not kind of there,
yeah,
but it
yeah.
won't get you everywhere it could be.
But it goes back to not getting the full benefit from these products. We need to be a little bit more flexible.
You can check out the CBD oil and edible products that I recommend in the description down below. And to avoid the most common pitfalls and mistakes that people make, you really need to check out the full interview with Dr Casara Andre by clicking on the video linked on screen now. So make sure you click on that, and I'll see you in the next video. But until then, I'm veterinarian Dr. Alex. This is Our Pets Health, because they're family.